welcome to another episode of the B&FT Digest, where we serve you with the top business stories that made headlines within the week. My name is Lily Pearl Baba Otu. In the headlines, new report by the Ghana Statistical Service shows that 2 out of 5 people are financially excluded. President AKUFO-ADDO has charged financial institutions to lend to youth-owned businesses. Ghana's revenue exceeds targets in July amid COVID-19 pandemic pressure. The CEDI holds and pound as it performs better than pre-pandemic period, and sun winning destroys cocoa farms in the Ashanti region. Now the news in details. Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobina-Enim is making a strong case for more attention to be paid to the microfinance sector, as statistics show that it is the best avenue to bridge financial exclusion. Data from the Ghana Statistical Service show that 2 out of 5 people living in the country are financially excluded. This means that they have no access or lack the ability to use a range of financial services available in the country. According to the Associate Professor of Economics with specific concentration on micro-development economics and applied microeconometrics, the worrying aspect of the statistics is that majority of the people who are financially excluded are in the northern part of the country, a development aggravating the north-south economic disparity. And moving on to the SME sector, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has charged financial institutions to take a relook at the profiling of youth-owned businesses and startups in the country and find some avenues to extend credit to them, as the advent of technology has brought with it the opportunity to create global giants out of them in the near future. Speaking at the launch of the Economic Recovery Program dubbed For Better Business Together, aimed at advancing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and strengthening business opportunities in Ghana, the President said that one of the ways to ensure resilient global businesses is to support youthful entrepreneurs and startups. The President, who is currently the co-chair of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, added that implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement brings with it a fine opportunity for the continent to come together and change its economic future. And our next story, the country's total revenue for July 2020 shows a significant improvement, even surpassing the target amid lingering pressures from the coronavirus pandemic, which has led to a decreased economic activity. Data from the Bank of Ghana Monetary Policy Committee report shows that total revenue and grants for July exceeded the target by 3.4%, recording 27.7 billion Ghana cedis compared with a target of 26.8 billion Ghana cedis. In terms of growth to GDP, total revenue grew by 7.2% compared to the 6.9% recorded in June. The growth is even more significant when the data is analyzed in context of the pandemic. The summary of the economic financial data shows a very disappointing growth in revenue at the beginning of the year, as it recorded monthly growth of 1.2%, 2% and 2.8% of GDP in the year's first quarter. It must be noted that globally, the virus started taking a toll on the world's economy from February, thereby leading to closure of borders and restrictions on movements, measures which nearly shut down economies around the world. Now let's talk about some improvements with the CEDI, because even though the coronavirus impact has ruined many gains of the economy, leading to the contraction in the second quarter, one thing that has been able to ride through the storm is the local CEDI. The CEDI, as its rates of depreciation, has been slower than what was experienced when there was no pandemic globally. The latest data on the performance of the CEDI, published in the Bank of Ghana's Summary of Economic and Financial Data against major trading currencies such as the US dollar and pound sterling, shows that as of September 2019, the local currency had depreciated against the former by as much as 9.3% and the latter by 5.7%. However, during the same period in 2020, a time where currencies across the globe have weakened due to pressures introduced by the pandemic on trade and investment, the cedi's depreciation has surprisingly been slower. And in our final story for today, indiscriminate sand winning has reared its ugly head in parts of the Ashanti region, destroying cocoa farms and farmlands. The aggression of the sand winners pose a threat to sustainable cocoa production as farms along streams in the target areas are being consumed with or without the consent of farmers. Investigations by the B&FT reveal that the sand winners who operate day and night have connived with some community leaders, including traditional authorities and family heads, to wreak the havoc. The devastating illegal sand winning activities are rife in cocoa production areas, including Efidiase, Tunkumso, Tetekaso in Setre East District, Bomeng and AKUFO-ADDO in Setre Kumewu District, and Iyansu in Setre Central, among other communities like Chichire and Buaman, all in the Ashanti region. And that's all we have for you on the B&FT Digest. Don't forget to grab a copy of the B&FT newspaper or simply visit our website, thebftonline.com, for more stories. You can also subscribe to the digital version of the paper and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't forget, it's still Pink October. Get yourself screened, get yourself tested. Let's kick breast cancer away. My name is Lily Pearl Baba Otu. Have a good evening.